Birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Hawa Shai, call all you want Hawa, Alahain El Yahweh Bashim El Shai, Bashim Kakodash. Giving blessings, of course, to Yahweh. Birthday Yahweh, meaning bless you, Most High Yahweh. Bless you in the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, birthday Yahweh Shai. Bashim Kakodash, name is Spirit Holy. Alright, giving praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, whom the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Hashem Chakodash, name is Spirit Holy. Shemya Mappan is a Mappa from the Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp. Of course, give double honors to the apostles and elders, the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, if I haven't said that. Well, so I have a wee lesson. Shemya Mappan is Mappa, Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp in Philadelphia. We lesson just in the spirit, just seeing this GMS Watchman, fair use warning to whomever. I believe that I got the information featuring in this video. I don't own any of the footage. It's only for educational purposes only. Okay. So, as we see, things are beginning more so to be just out in the forefront, the things in which, of course, the apostles, the elder apostles speak and have spoken of about the end times, and that we are in the end days. And Esau, Edom, which is, of course, the elite of them, being the elite banking families, they're going to implement these things, these different various draconian laws, okay, and make your life literally a living hell, okay. Obviously, if you do take compliance of this system to come by taking a Shabbat in the form of the MOTB, okay, you have great judgment to be executed upon you. But this is just information in informing you of what's to come. So let's just play some of the video and go from there.
New York, New Jersey become smart cities, which I'm certain that they will at some point. Mm-hmm. Y'all are staying?
Isn't New York already one? Like weren't they saying that New York and California are kind of like
no?
What's a smart city fully entail?
Basically, kind of what we see on Divergent, shit like that, Divergent. Where like the city is going to be encased, and then everything outside of the city
like
is
in an electromagnetic field kind of shit.
Kind of like TV shit. They've been kind of giving us a preview of where we going, and they gonna have a train, but from
which is predictive programming. Anything on the telly, on the different various movies, books, predictive programming. Okay. Predictive programming. Pretty much they tell on themselves. That shit. Not. So you have it, predictive programming. They have Simpsons that came up, but they have. Let me see if I can get a definition. Google act like they don't want to know. Pretty much you have it here. Psychology of extraordinary beliefs. Ordinary students exploring extraordinary beliefs. And you have it. Predictive programming is a theory, which is not a theory. It's true. That the government or other higher ups are using fictional movies or books as a mass mind control tool to make the population more accepting of planned future events. Exactly. Okay? They condition you by you seeing it. This was first described by proposed by researcher Alan Watt, who defines predictive programming as a subtle form of psychological conditioning, like I say, provided by the media, alright, to acquaint the public with planned societal changes to be implemented by our leaders. If and when these changes are put through, the public will be already familiarized and will accept them as the natural progressions thus lessening possible public resistance and commotion. So you have witchcraft going down, you have loads going down. So let me just get a couple precepts, just to qualify some of the things I spoke about. I don't know why Psalms is not coming up. Psalm 64 and verse 4 and 8, pardon me. It says, so they shall make their own tongue, the they is the Edomites, shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. They make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Of course, the Edomites, by having various whistleblowers. And, also, as you see, even in these movies that they say are fictional and no based off of future or events that are in reality, and they actually show what they're gonna do, all right, before they do it, and that's witchcraft too, because the people, they see is pretty much they can't see the trap despite the fact that trap is right there in front of them, and that shows a master witch on the left hand side is their ability, okay, to be able to divine or to use divination on somebody. You put them in the trap, and you of course the warning is there, but they just proceed to walk into the trap, okay, because it says they that see them shall flee away, but the see, you have to ra'ah, which you have to have vision, which really mean to have prophecy. Okay, you have to have the prophecy. Let's just get that, people. That's why it's important us to be prophets. All right, the prophets is the highest stat. If you know a prophet, you listen to the prophets. All right. If you of the elect, you see that you're not a prophet, you're just a believer. Listen to the prophets. The prophets got the vision. All right. You got it there in the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. So you have it, or vision. You have Chazawan, which is going to a oracle. Okay, the prophecy. All right, which we was given already. Okay, and showing you that wisdom double one into another. You have it. Esau is just doing like how the Lord operates, just on the left hand side, because the Lord does tell of things to come. This is Isaiah 42 and 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Okay, so the Lord, hey, he does that. You talk about a predictive programming on the right hand side for the prophets. That he showed his secrets, his mysteries to them, so that we are conditioned for what is to come, so that we will normally move right through it. Okay, we're conditioned to prophecy, what is to come, the vision, the oracles. Okay, so that's amazing. So you should be very thankful that you have the prophecy. So this is Job, my favorite precept, Job 11 and 6, and it says, in that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom. Well, I start a bit above. This is Job chapter 11 and verse 4. It says, for thou hast said, my doctrine is pure, and I am clean in thine eyes. But oh, that the power would speak and open his lips against thee, and that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Know therefore that the power is acted of these the less than thine iniquity deserveth. It says here the point is that about the secrets of wisdom is that they are double to that which is. All right, so there's two sides. All right, and the wisdom, okay, being you have a left and a right. Though we do know that the knowledge of the west was not, well, the left is not wisdom, but there's an equal and a duality, okay, that the Lord deals with. He deals with balance, okay. You go to, I believe, one thing established the good of another. This is Sirach, I think the 42nd chapter. Let me see something. But we'll probably soon get back to the lesson, bring out more precepts, and then, go on. This is Sirach chapter 42 and 24. And it says, all things are double one against another. And he hath made nothing, let me see, imperfect. One thing established the good of another. And who shall be filled with beholding his glory? All right, so you have it. All things are double one against another. Okay, so, hey, Esau, he has his vision, and the Lord has the true vision, the 100% vision. Esau tell before it happens. The Lord tell what it happened, because Esau think he's a god. All right, and the Lord, he communicates to the people via his prophets. All right, due to Rechak Kodash, the Holy Spirit, the multitude of ministering spirits of angels that help the 144,000, in this truth. And we have it. Okay. It says here in the book of Revelation chapter 14 about the elect having that song. And as it says here in verse 3, it says, and they, as you see, speaking about the 144,000, sung it as if it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Okay, and we have it. We have that 100% truth. All right, we the ones that follow the Lamb, Lord willing, because we put on as the elect. But we say we're the hopeful elect, but Lord willing, we are. It says that these are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men. Yeah, from among men, being the first fruits unto the power unto the Lamb. All right. Gotta have the vision. The truth is likened unto a song. All right. So, also, I believe Isaiah 47, it says, this is Isaiah 47, referring to Esau, Edom, and his elite. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Okay? And they trust in their witchcraft. Alright? Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it had perverted thee. It has it's distorted you. Alright? You done bended the truth. And Esau to turn away. I'm gonna go back. Thou said, none seeth me. Yeah, they say nobody see them. See Ra'ah, right? Nobody seeth, meaning to see, also the shown. All right, look upon, or none find out. Okay. Yeah, most of these people don't find out. Like I remember when I was talking about the key cards, how they're gonna phase out cash, and all you're gonna deal with is just the chip, really. The woman thought I was crazy, and just set the key cards just using the RFID base memory card on public transport. You have a kiosk and you just wave it contactless, and that's it. You move on. Money is loaded onto it. It says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else is beside me. So Esau sees himself as a god. All right. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If it be so, thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Okay, so Esau power is just enchantment. You go back to the garden. This man was he's a snake. He's a witch, Nakash. All right, he practiced divination, Khabar, enchantments, going to sorcery. All right, basically, spelling. Okay, a magician. All right.
From what I read, though, they said like you're gonna have a window in which to run errands, shit like that.
He said what he read, so they put things out in books. Okay.
Like if you behind in child support, you'll get 15 minutes to run your errands in the street.
And then he knows exactly what is he talking about. I remember these little rappers and stuff. They get in them inner circles, and they learn about some of the things that some of these different Edomites want to do.
Oh.
If you don't,
if you're behind in tickets, if there's a warrant of any kind, if you're just not up to par, what'd you say?
Yeah, like that shit is disgusting.
Yeah, they can take your property. It's deep. It's
so what they saying is that
it's a lot more than just.
They saying that the social elite are basically out here, and we kind of see it. If we don't want to get serious or techie, but buying up all of the regular land. Like Bill Gates is probably the biggest landowner in the country now.
Oprah just bought they
just buying a bunch of farmland and just land that other people would look at as being useless. But if you have a certain group of people that own 70-80% of the uninhabited land, they're gonna force people to come into the certain land. You get what I'm saying? Now you got to live under our confines.
What did Oprah just buy?
Land, acres, like a lot of acres.
Man, like tons.
Like hundreds of acres.
Thousands and thousands, yeah. So, like just shit that, again, that's not inhabited. Motherfuckers
Well, to answer your question, I would not want to live in a city where it's
none of it.
Constant surveillance to that extreme.
I'm about to say we're living in constitutional.
Yeah, we are.
That's what
We
smart
are.
city
But
means.
social ID, you're gonna have like the social ID. They got the airports now where they reading your fucking your eyes and all.
Yeah.
Nigga, that's why they trying to make us fuck with the what's the eye shit
The clear.
Clear.
to get on the plane.
Clear.
All of that. So now they got your eye recognition codes. Minority Report.
That's biometrics, body measure, and ultimately, with as you see the apostle holding that Sharrat, all right, the MOTB. This is what they want, okay. This would be a form of body biometrics for you, okay. So they gonna use you, okay, which having your information in this to basically authenticate your identity. Iris scans is a way to authenticate your identity. You talking about clear when you go to the passport, and or you go to what is it? They call it border force or border control, whatever country you go to. You know what they usually do? They have technology, which your passport have RFID technology in it, that with your photos and stuff that you submit and everything, and they authenticate that you are the person linked with that passport, okay. So this device, being the MOTB, will be obviously chief in your smart cities, okay, and they know where you at and what you and everything. They already do that, you know. I be on Google and they already guessing what I'm thinking, you know, from based on what they know about me, what they're hearing and collecting from what they use by the permissions which we give them with you know, these smart devices.
They had this episode of Black Mirror where when you were I know, right, when you were getting on like the, you know, some kind of transit system, whether it's airplane or whatever the case is, they scan your eye and it scans your memories of the last, like, however long you said you were away, scans your memories to show proof that you were doing what you had.
That you ain't doing no illegal shit.
Exactly.
Wow. So not only with because you got, of course, the MOTB with the Neuralink. Okay, you know, hey, they said this tech. He said you want to know everything, so you know everything with his technology, as you know, the scriptures tell you about. You know, this man having that blessing of the miracles and knowledge increasing. You know, so that's just an example of that. Okay, so you read about it. It says, this is Revelation chapter 13 and 14, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image of the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right, and you go into the miracles is his technology. All right, you go into different precepts. And Esau, he uses his technology as a way to transcend what's nature, all right, what's naturally possible. Okay, to be able to read your mind. All right, like if you spiritual, you can have a spiritually read somebody's mind. All right, spiritual. But this man uses technology to read his mind, left hand. What to look for that word miracle. You got Semion, which means unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature, right? He does that with his technology. For somebody to be able to go on their phone and see somebody well across the world anywhere with their phone, that's a miracle. All right. It's also the Urim and Thummim as well, but that's another lesson for another time. But yeah, and he's gonna come harsh too. All right, within these cities, you're not just gonna be able to do what you want, even if you in compliance of the having an MOTB. It's gonna be hell for you. All right. Revelation chapter 12 and 12, and it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil, which is Esau, he's the accuser. It's come right. He said he's gonna accuse you. Did you do? We're gonna read your memory to know, did you do in compliance of our system when we gave you or granted you permission to do something in the world? Okay, you get entry somewhere, because Esau, he does ask you, what is your reason for travel? And I feel it's really personal when he does ask that question, where you're staying. But he's going to actually authenticate it, because you could tell him, I'm staying here, and then you're not ultimately staying there. It takes him having to actually literally look and follow up where you actually staying at. They usually try to authenticate that based on you showing or proving that you have a ticket, you're staying there, or, some type of reservation or something. But it says here, but they're going to go off your recollection of your memory. All right, which when people accept that Sharat, which you're not supposed to take the MOTB, they're gonna know everything. All right. It says, and the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. All right, so it's gonna be the draconian laws are gonna be pushed out, and these cities, as it says in 2 Esdras 15 and 17, they saying that there will no longer be free access to the city. That's biblical prophecy, because in 2 Esdras it tells you how a man shall desire to enter a city and be unable to. Try to get that real quick. Exactly. It says a man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able to. Right? You ain't gonna be able to freely do what you want to do. Alright? And they letting you know that.
Exactly. Like that episode was wild.
And SMART is an acronym for Surveillance, Monitoring, Analysis, Reporting Technology.
No, I didn't know it.
And I didn't even know that. Okay, I didn't even know that. So, hey, Joe Buttons, which is an Israelite, you wouldn't know that a dude that made the song "Pump It Up" and "Jump Off," and I be up in the club like, know about this stuff, but they in them little circles and stuff, So hey, repeat it. What SMART means.
Technology.
No, I didn't know how to live in that.
Monitoring, Analysis, Reporting Technology. Or Surveillance, Monitoring, Analysis, Reporting Technology.
No, I didn't know how to live in that.
Yeah, no, I'm going on
I would
that.
like to be able to buy my groceries with my watch, but
when you said smart, I'm thinking like
intelligent.
So my next question to y'all, and maybe we can expound on
all of that is the same.
Maybe we can expound on Patreon. But my next question is, if this happens in the next 5 years, what is your alternative?
Get down and lay down.
You said get down and lay down. You gotta, as what we know as the elect, what we're gonna do. As it says a bit above, we're gonna overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of it there, and by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto death. But we overcome him by the blood of the Lamb. Alright, we go over Esau, Edom, we conquer him by Yahweh Shai. There's different precepts that tell you how we're going to deal, alright? And the Lord going to take care of his elect. So, just giving it out there. Shalom to the elect. Hopefully you're edified. All praise to Yahweh Shem El Shai B'Shem Kokadash.